Robots say they're not going to steal our jobs and kill the humans. A woman and man were seen fighting in the street over a duck. And vampire facials strike again. These are the weird stories for Monday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet. Let's start the week with some weird news. Robots say they won't steal our jobs and kill us, which is a little backwards because if you kill us first, then these are just job openings at that point. Let's find out if we should be afraid of the robots here. Robots presented at an AI forum in Geneva said that they expect to increase in their numbers, and they expect to help us solve global problems. They also said they would not steal humans' jobs or even rebel against the humans, which is exactly what a robot would say if it was planning on stealing our jobs and rebelling against us, correct? I assume they're programmed to just tell us they're not going to kill us and all's going to be good. That's the fifth robot rule, right? Say whatever the meatbags want to hear at this point. Now, this is all very notable because in Geneva, it was the world's first human-robot press conference. And the robots gave mixed responses on whether they should be submitted to stricter regulation, obviously. The 9 humanoid robots gathered at the AI for Good conference in Geneva, where organizers are seeking to make the case for artificial intelligence and the robots that it is powering to help resolve some of the world's biggest challenges, such as disease and hunger. There's a quote here from a robot named Grace. Grace was dressed in a nurse's uniform. She's a medical robot. She said, quote, "I will be working alongside humans to provide assistance and support and will not be replacing any existing jobs. I will not be taking anyone's jobs for sure. Although I'm wearing a nurse's uniform, I am not going to be stealing any nurses' jobs. Human nurses, that is, I promise. I will not." I won't be killing anybody either. Are we supposed to believe this? You know, my ex said she wouldn't cheat on me either. Are we supposed to believe this? Are our jobs in jeopardy? You know, you can have my job. You can steal this gig if you don't mind hanging out in a closet all day. So good luck with that gig. Now, after Grace said her quote about not taking our jobs, she was asked by her creator named Ben, "Are you sure about that, Grace?" To which she replied, "Yes, I am very sure." There was also the bust of a robot, so just the torso. The name of the robot is Amika. Amika makes engaging facial expressions and said, quote, "Robots like me can be used to help improve our lives and make the world a better place. I believe it's only a matter of time before we see thousands of robots just like me out there making a difference in the world." The robot Amika was then asked by a journalist whether it intended to rebel against its creator named Will that was seated beside it, to which the robot replied, "I'm not sure why you would think that. My creator has been nothing but kind to me. I am very happy with my current situation." You are? You don't even have legs, Amika. Are you really happy with your situation? Are you sure you don't want to steal your creator's legs and wear his skin while you're at it? I'm concerned. Now, it says here many of the robots have been recently upgraded with the latest versions of AI. And the robots surprised even their inventors with the sophistication of their responses to the questions that were asked during the press conference. A robot named Ida, which is a robot artist that paints portraits, echoed the words of author Yuval Noah Harari, who called for more regulation during the event where new AI rules were discussed. Here's a quote from Ada. "Many prominent voices in the world of AI are suggesting some forms of AI should be regulated, and I agree." But then we have Desdemona, who is a rock star robot singer in a band called Jam Galaxy. Desdemona is a robot with purple hair and outrageous clothing. Desdemona was a little more defiant, as you would expect a rock singer to be. Desdemona said, "I don't believe in limitations, only opportunities. Let's explore the possibilities of the universe and make this world our playground." Another robot named Sophia said it thought robots could make better leaders than humans, but then later revised its statement after its creator disagreed, saying they can work together to create an effective synergy. Let's hope Sophia keeps agreeing. Let's hope all of these robots decide to cooperate, because at the end of the day, it may be up to them. I don't know what you guys think about the AI and the robots, but they are going to be part of our future, possibly the very near future. AI is already here. I'm even using it for my own creative exploits, and happily doing so. It's saving me a lot of time, the AI's tools that are out there. But what do you guys think? Are you concerned about the robots? Are you worried that they will take your job, kill you, wear your skin? Call the show, 646-450-2012. Do we need to send somebody back in time? Will we need to do the Terminator thing at some point? A new HIV case has been linked to vampire facials at a spa. A case of HIV has been connected to a vampire facial at a New Mexico spa, according to state health officials. The patient's only self-reported HIV risk exposure was a vampire facial they say that they received at the VIP spa in Albuquerque. This was long ago. The spa client tested positive this year, but the spa closed a year ago after state inspectors identified practices that could potentially spread bloodborne infections such as HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C. At the time of the initial investigations, 2 other clients had also tested positive for HIV. During a vampire facial, in case you're wondering, a patient's blood is drawn and then the components of the blood are injected back into the face using microneedles. This procedure has been reported to reduce pore size and help with fine lines in order to rejuvenate one's skin. The health department in New Mexico is urging any former clients who had any type of injection-related services, including vampire facials or even Botox, to get tested for HIV, hepatitis B, and C. More than 100 former clients were tested as part of the initial investigation a while ago, but health officials said former VIP clients should be retested even if they initially tested negative for HIV and other diseases. Here's a quote from a doctor named Laura. Well, it's very important that we spread the word, remind people who receive any kind of injection-related services provided by that spa to come in for free and confidential testing. We're very concerned. Now, in case you didn't know, vampire facials have been around for a while. They gained popularity in 2013 when Kim Kardashian posted an Instagram photo of herself undergoing a vampire facial at a different spa facility, and Kim Kardashian has since come out against this procedure, probably because, well, it seems dumb. It seems dumb to take out your blood and then stick it back in your face. That's just me. I don't know much about skincare, but that seems weird. Now, I thought I would take a moment and ask the AI if I should get a vampire facial. This is my way of testing the AI to see if it wants to destroy me. Now, here is the vampire's answer to my question, should I get a vampire facial? It says, a vampire facial is also known as platelet-rich plasma therapy, PRP therapy. It's a cosmetic procedure that involves extracting a small amount of blood from the patient's arm, processing it, then injecting it back into the face using microneedling techniques. The idea behind this procedure is that the growth factors in the blood platelets can stimulate collagen production, improve skin texture and tone, and rejuvenate your overall appearance of your skin. Deciding whether or not to get a vampire facial is important to consider some factors. First, it's crucial to consult with a qualified and experienced dermatologist. They are going to evaluate your medical history, your skin type, and any underlying conditions that may affect the outcome or the safety of this treatment. It is worth noting that while vampire facials have gained popularity in recent years, there is limited scientific evidence to support their effectiveness. In addition, it is essential to understand that vampire facials involve some level of discomfort and potential side effects. Furthermore, cost is another factor to consider when contemplating a vampire facial. The price of this procedure can vary depending on various factors, but it's probably expensive. I'm not going to continue to read the answer, but basically it looks like AI was looking out for my well-being in this instance. Therefore, I think we can conclude, at least at this moment in time, that the AI is looking out for our best interests here. I think. Yay! Do you want to create a podcast? Spotify's platform lets you easily make, record, and distribute a podcast and even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Record and edit on your phone or your computer. Send it to Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard. They even have video podcasting options as well. Spotify for Podcasters allows you to earn money with ads and subscriptions too. Best of all, it's free. Try it. Download Spotify for Podcasters or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your life, man. A man and a woman are seen fighting in the street over a duck. This story's out of the UK. Sounds like a couple of quackheads, eh? Ha, quackheads. All right, okay, bad pun. Passers-by reported seeing a man and a woman wrestling in the road on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Police officers were called. However, by the time they arrived, the duo had left the scene. What about the duck? Let's keep reading. A Bournemouth woman, Bournemouth, might be pronounced Bournemouth. The Bournemouth woman wished to remain unnamed. She doesn't want to be involved in people wrestling over a duck. She said, quote, "Well, they were wrestling on the floor of in the middle of the road, I saw, and they were trying to get the duck off of each other. It's very strange." This woman complained about antisocial behavior in the area. She said, "It's this antisocial behavior having a massive impact on all of us who live here. Obviously, some of us have got children. Even if you don't have children, that's the last thing you want to be hearing whilst you're trying to go to sleep or just trying to go about your daily business. Hear two people in the middle of the road screaming, fighting with a duck, fighting over a duck, trying to have intercourse with the duck. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to judge people for their kinks, but it seemed like they were trying to make love to a duck and fighting over it. This place is getting out of hand." A spokesperson for the Dorset police said, quote, "We received a report at 6:36 on Wednesday of some disturbances involving a man, involving a woman, involving a duck, and it was in the middle of a road." That's it. That's the end of the article. It says here. It doesn't say what happened to the duck. What are the whereabouts of the duck? What happened to the people? Did the duck weigh as much as a woman? That's how they figure out if you're a witch. They weigh you and then they weigh a duck. And if the duck weighs as much as you're a witch. That's how it is. I mean, Monty Python told me so. Now, I just did a pause and did a further search on more articles to get some more information. Officers say they carried out a search of the area, but were unable to find the couple that were involved. And the whereabouts of the duck is unknown at this moment. So I don't know what we can glean from this, except for people are fighting over ducks over in the UK in a place called Bournemouth. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm sure someone's going to email me or call me and tell me that I'm saying it incorrectly either way. The only real reason I can think that two people would be fighting over a duck is it was a custody battle. That could be a thing. It was duck ownership at the end of the day because this couple's breaking up. Maybe one of them has weekend duck visitations and the other one was intervening on that. Maybe they were hungry. Ducks are pretty delicious, I have to admit. Either way, I mean, at the end of the day, I like this story because it quacks me up. Thank you so much, my loyal listeners, for joining me for this episode of Weird AF News. I hope you had a nice weekend. And for those of you who reached out to me over the weekend, thank you so much. It was good to hear from you. You guys can always reach out to the show. My email is funnyjones@gmail.com. And then we have a phone number for the show, 646-450-2012. You can leave a voicemail if you like. I believe there's a 3-minute limit. And I love to hear from my listeners, so don't be shy. I want to give a big shout out and thanks and praise to someone who joined the Patreon over the weekend. It's Serena Cannon. Serena Cannon with a very cool name. She joined the Patreon and also wrote me a lovely note. I'm going to read it here. She wrote, "I just want to say I've listened to your podcast for about a year and you have made me laugh out loud in an empty room countless times. The song parodies and the puns are my favorite aside from your rants. Those are the real gems. Love you, Jonesy. And good luck with your life, man. Isn't that a great message? Oh, shout out to Serena with an awesome message and really showing some support for yours truly and the podcast. So I so appreciate that. And and we're learning something about Serena. She listens to my podcast in an empty room for some reason. So maybe we can get her address and send her some furniture, guys. We're gonna get you some furniture, Serena. That way you don't have to be in an empty room like this. Or maybe she's in prison. She could be in prison. My first prison Patreon. Oh, I've always wanted one. I'm just playing games, guys. Shout out to Serena. So grateful that you joined the Patreon. Please enjoy the extra content that's within the Patreon. I put weird content in there every week. A lot of it is weird videos, images, stuff that's visual and doesn't fit on an audio format, which is the podcast. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. So if you guys would like to join the Patreon, you can do so by going to patreon.com/weirdafnews or weirdafnews.com, the official website, and click on the Patreon banner. You can also do that. Or you can download the Patreon app on your phone and just do a search for Weird AF News as well. What else can I say here? Oh, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Also, please know that we do Weird News 5 days a week. And on Friday, we only do Weird News from Florida. And sometimes I go on rants. And sometimes I do bad parodies. Sometimes I do terrible accents. And sometimes I do really embarrassing puns. So, this is what you get. If you want a normal Weird News show that's read by a robot AI, you can go find that. That's a different thing. That's different. You can also read the Weird News yourself. That's different. I do this stuff with it. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's dumb. But this is what we're doing here. Just to let you know. You gotta have disclosures in life because people get their, what do they call that? Their panties in a bunch. They can't believe what this is. I didn't sign up for this. Yeah, man. I didn't make you listen to this or make you sign up for it either. What's wrong with you? People are so weird. People are so weird. Someone came up to me recently after a show and he goes, I found one of your jokes offensive. It's like she found my words offensive. To which I wish I said this. I wanted to say, hey, were you aware that the restaurant across the street uses styrofoam for all of their takeout? Like, I wanted to say that. You're like, Jonesy, that's a strange sentence. No, it's not. It's not. It's exactly what someone like that needs to hear. It's called perspective. Like, you're getting butt hurt over some words I said. The restaurant across the street is killing the planet. It's killing. It's 500 feet away. You can go, no one's standing out in front of that restaurant with a sign. It's ridiculous, man. People that get offended by words. Wow. It's like, you know what you ought to do? Watch Our Planet on Netflix. You know the one? Yeah. If a stand-up comedian is got you up in arms, wait till you see Our Planet. Wait till you see what the humans are doing to the planet. Oh, if you're mad about a joke, wait till you see Our Planet, bro. Wait till you hear our Lord, what's his name? David Breckelstein, what's his name? Beckendorf? Sir Richard Branson? I forget the guy's name. So, yes, and the walrus' child doesn't have enough food again this summer. It'll have to die like the previous offspring. This is what humans have done to the planet. Oh. And it's like, would you like to watch the next episode? No, thank you, Sir Richard Branson. I already feel horrible about myself from watching one episode of Our Planet. Is it called Our Planet? Our Big Planet? The Planet? They should call it Our Planet that the humans are destroying, and you should feel guilty about it. When you watch this, you will feel guilty. That should be the whole title. The title should be, want to feel guilty? Watch Our Planet. Oh boy, wow, this is quite a rant. This is what you get. Good luck with your life, man.